Guess what day it is? Hello again, my friends. It's Mr. Scott, and welcome to a special video on a special day. Yes, it is special because...
On the afternoon of August 18th, 1973, 5 young people in a Volkswagen van ran out of gas.
Okay, stop. That's enough. YouTube, fix your algorithm, will you? Jeez, I think it knows a little bit too much. Anyway, as the disembodied voice just told you, August 18th, 1973 is the day that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes place. And because of that, August 18th is affectionately known as Texas Chainsaw Massacre Day. In this household, it's kind of the transition between Summerween and spook season. And I know a lot of people say, hey, spook season happened all year round, and I respect that. Horns up to all those people out there. And because we want to commemorate this day, I wanted to find something that I could comment on, and I found that the good people at WatchMojo.com compiled what they consider to be the top 10 kills of Leatherface. So what I'll be doing is I'll be analyzing this list. Now, full disclosure to everybody out there, number one, you're not going to be seeing the entire video from WatchMojo, okay? You're just going to see a couple clips here because of copyright, and I'll be commenting upon the kills that they'll have in the list. The link to the video I'll be checking out will be down in the description along with all kinds of information about me, so please check that out at your convenience. Number two, I'm very opinionated when it comes to this franchise. I mean, the original movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I can't say that, however, out of the whole franchise. There's some I like, and there's some I don't like. And I'm not holding my tongue for anybody here. I'm very opinionated about this franchise. So if you're a fan of all the movies and all that stuff, hey, I ain't hating on you at all. You enjoy what you enjoy. I'll enjoy what I enjoy, and we can still be friends, okay? So I just wanted to warn you, give you a heads up ahead of time. So, now that we got all that out of the way, let's get to the kills.
Number 10, Bailey's Final Meal. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning.
And I can see already we're going to be struggling to get through this list. Here's the deal. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, garbage. Okay, it's not good. It's not. All right. It's a prequel to the remake of the original. Yeah, it's supposed to be the backstory to the reimagined family that comes out in the 2003 movie, which is a remake of the original from 1974.
My brain hurts!
I mean, this kill, all the guy does is, Leatherface, or Tommy Hewitt, whoever they want to call him in this movie, just takes a pair of scissors and slices her throat. Big deal, okay? There's plenty of other great kills, I think, that should be on this list. So I don't necessarily think that belongs in the top 10. So, yeah, that one stinks. Next.
Number 9, A Sudden End. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Now we're talking.
Yeah!
This one, actually, I would have figured would have been much higher on the list. I would put this at a top 3 kills of a Leatherface across all the movies, no matter what. But yeah, this one's great. It's the big jump scare in the film. And where else, in what movie, especially at that time frame, did you want to see somebody who has to be wheelchair-bound taken out by a masked man with a chainsaw? This movie does it for you. So, yeah, what does that say about you? What does it say about me? Anyway, this is definitely a top 10 kill, so thumbs up on that one. Next.
Number 8, Salt and Leather. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, I guess we can consider this a kind of top 10 kill. Basically, Leatherface, he gets through the van that those two girls are hiding in, chases one of them out who's wearing this big heavy coat, and when he slices her with a chainsaw, the coat she's wearing, gets ripped apart, and like the stuffing goes flying into the air, and it cascades down over top of Leatherface. Almost looks like a snowstorm happening. But as far as the kill is concerned, it's off screen, so there's really not a lot to it as far as that's concerned, but it's shot very well, so I guess we got kind of an honorable mention, I think, in my opinion, with that addition to the list. So yeah, got an HM. That'll work. Next.
Number 7, Chrissy and Eric's Last Moment. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning.
Again with The Beginning.
Why?
The guy on the table is Matt Bomer, and Matt Bomer would go on to be known for many different things. There's a TV show called White Collar. He was also in, I think, the Magic Mike movies. He's also in another great movie called A Normal Heart. That's a fantastic film. Check it out if you can. So Matt Bomer, it kind of gets, I guess, the the Matthew McConaughey treatment here to where he's not that big of a star when he does this film, but after that his career kind of blows up. So good on him. Leatherface basically just stabs him with a chainsaw. That's it. And his girlfriend there hides underneath the table as it happens. So, yeah, no, I can't let this one pass. So remove it from the list. Doesn't belong. Next.
Number 6, Two Birds, One Saw. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yes, we got the second movie in the franchise. I gotta say, when I first saw this, it didn't strike me as a good one.
Hey, lick my plate, you dog dick!
As I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate it a whole lot more. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a dark comedy in and of itself. And yeah, the killing of these two jackasses, they're basically two yuppie, up-and-coming teenagers cruising around their car, shooting at road signs. And they kind of piss off the Sawyer family, and the Sawyer family teaches them a lesson. Sure, they die from it, but what a lesson to learn when you're going out, right? So yeah, definitely belongs on the list. Next.
Number 5, Ground Beef. Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Look who's back.
Do your thing, cuz.
Oh, they had to do this to me. All right. Prepare to judge me. Texas Chainsaw 3D. It's okay. I know. There's problems with it, okay? I get that. Stop looking at me like that. I get it, okay? It's not the best one in the franchise. I'm not saying it is. But for me, as far as a direct sequel, of which there's 3 of in the entire franchise, this is the best one of the 3, in my opinion. That kill, though, is not a good one. The special effects on it are very lame. And, of course, we had to deal with the infamous, do your thing, cuz line. I mean, Alexander Daddario is beautiful and very talented and has done way more stuff that we should be talking about besides this one. But I can't hate this film. I like it. I enjoy it for what it is. All faults included. I get it. So, but this one doesn't really belong on the list. There's other kills in this movie that should be, but I think we're about halfway through now. So hopefully they'll show up. Next.
Number 4, Always Check the Back Seat. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning.
What the hell? 3? 3 kills from this movie on your list, Watch Mojo. We're going to have a talk, okay? You're telling me that, okay, this movie takes place in the 60s, I think, because it's, again, I've explained it enough. It takes place in the 60s, and he's able to fit a whole chainsaw in the back seat where he can rev it up, turn it, and stick the blade right behind the driver's seat and thrust it through with no issue, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, there's that. And I know I'm being a hypocrite here, but like, well, you like 3D, don't you? And that doesn't make a lot of sense. I know, but it's my list. I can say what I want. So the hell with this one. Doesn't belong. Next.
Number 3, 100% Hal. Leatherface.
Yeah.
You had to do it. You had to put one from Leatherface on this list. This is number 3, which means we have 2 left. And there's a whole lot of other kills that could be on here so far, minus the 3 you had from the new beginning. But seriously, you're going to include this one on your list. This movie's horrible, okay? Didn't make any damn money at the box office. It's a total bait and switch for the audience. Why? There's a reason why nobody talks about this movie. There's a reason. And you shouldn't either. Next.
Number 2, emphasis on the chainsaw bit. Texas Chainsaw 3D.
That's the best kill in the film. Basically, the guy's hung up on a meat hook, very typical in the mythos of the movies, and the guy gets sliced right in half. And it's a great kill. The effects are fantastic. The acting is done very well. It looks good. It's shot well. So, yes, definitely this one belongs in the top 10. So, what do we got? We got 2 and an honorable mention from WatchMojo.com so far. We have 1 left to go. I think I have an idea what it is. Before I get to that, if you have a favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre kill that has not been on the list so far, let me know in the comments, and like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff too. I would appreciate it. So, let's get that drum roll going. And let's hit number 1.
Number 1, Jed's first victim, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And Watch Mojo pulls it out at the end with the absolute best kill in all of Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Yes, the opening first kill of Kurt, I believe it is, in the first movie. And bottom line, he's breaking and entering. So, you know, Leatherface is doing his job here and protecting his family. That's established actually in Texas Chainsaw 3D. But that's what he's doing. So it's like, dude, you knocked on the door and, you know, you shouldn't have done that. So don't be breaking in people's houses. I don't care what state it is, what time it is. Don't be doing that because you don't know what's on the other side and you F around and find out. That's what happens here. But yes, this goes down as the greatest kill, in my opinion, of the entire Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, and it deserves to be number one. Well, there you have it, my friends. I hope you have tolerated my very, very opinionated ideas about this entire franchise. Like I said, this is my thoughts about it. You know, I'm very passionate about the original movie and the franchise, and I know there's people out there that love all the films, and I'm not hating on these people at all. I'm not saying they shouldn't enjoy them. Sit down with your friends and family, grab some snacks and some drinks, and enjoy yourself. I have my favorites, you have yours, and I'd love to hear what your favorites are and your opinions about my opinion about these kills. Do they belong on there? What other ones should be on there? Please let me know down there. Would love to know that. This is why we like to do this, why we celebrate Texas Chainsaw Massacre Day on August 18th. So to all the big fans of this franchise out there, big horns, hi to you all. I thank you all for watching this video, and just be careful when you go trimpsing down there into Texas and you hear about
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Never stop playing.
It's Mr. Scott. Yo, it's Mr. Scott. You know his ass is hot. Yo, it's Mr. Scott. It's Mr. Scott. Yo, it's Mr. Scott. You know his ass is hot. Yo, it's Mr. Scott.
It's Mr. Scott.
Let him hang.